That was terrible. And I left time on the table too. Man, front sight, front sight. Whee! 2.55. Yeah, so it only cost me 1/10 of a second. Yeah, cool. Front sight. 2.59. Man, yanking the trigger. I am yanking that trigger. Guys, the direction in which you rotate matters. I'll tell you real quick. As a lefty, if I'm not rotating this way, I am basically surrendering my weapon by rotating that way. Because I'm beginning to draw, there's a bang, I'm beginning to draw the weapon in rotation. I'm beginning to draw the weapon in rotation. While in rotation, I need to be locking visually because the ears aim the hands. How's that go? The ears aim the eyes aim the hands. In rotation, I'm beginning to draw, but my hands still don't know what they're doing because I don't still fully know where the bad guy is. So my rotation, for me as a lefty, needs to be right so that I am not delivering this handgun into someone who may be coming up on me immediately. So, multiple steps to this. Oh, that used to be so much easier when I was younger. All right, hey guys, welcome out to the range. Today I wanted to do a video for you on bullet weight choice. But first I will answer what this is about. This is the church defense drill, 2.66. This is the church defense drill that you guys have seen several times before in my videos. And what this drill boils down to is your 10 yards, 6-inch circle. This is a PT hostage target from Action Targets. I've had this thing for, man, well over a decade. It has, frankly, I don't know how many rounds it's got on. An obscene amount of bullets have hit that thing. And I've actually had these lollipops repaired multiple times because I shoot them way too close, and with rifle and with shotgun. So I've had them repaired multiple times. Great targets. Anyways, the church drill, you're at 10 yards. And there's a bang, and you rotate, and you acquire the target, and you have 5 seconds to draw the firearm, find where you're supposed to be hitting, and actually hit the bad guy. In that time frame, the reason it's 5 seconds is because as soon as there's the first bang, there is a moment of clinch where everyone clinches down. And that clock is running 2 and 3 and 4 and once you reach 4 and 5, people are going to go from this to and all of a sudden everyone's up and moving. So you've got 5 seconds to identify and hit and stop the threat before you have to deal with all these people that are immediately around you. So that's why the 5-second time frame. 10 yards. You're trying to make this challenging, but you're not trying to make it look ridiculously impossible. 6 inches, 10 yards, that's a bit of a challenge. It's a 5-second clock, guys. You watch that 5-second clock roll and everyone goes from stunned to ah! You have 5 seconds. You have to use the chaos he has just created to track him and drop him before 5 seconds elapses before people start moving on you. You know, it's funny, when the shot timer isn't running and chasing me, because this little shot computer will absolutely abuse you. Because you know this thing is after you. You know that thing is running up behind you. This is what pours on training stress, guys. If you don't have one of these, get one. This is a Pact Club Timer 2 or 3, I forget. Anyways, Pact Club Timer. Get one if you don't have one. This is the best tool you can have for training. So anyways, okay, this video is about bullet weights for training purposes. A couple of years ago, I went to 115 grain hollow point as my carry ammo. And a lot of friends asked me what that was about, and a lot of folks here on social media asked me what that was about. And I said, well, it's because I used to sell body armor, and I know how hard 115 grain full metal jacket is on body armor. And while my carry is jacketed hollow point, the point is that the velocity of 115 grain is what I'm after. And I used to sell body armor. Well, my first gig out of law enforcement in 2011 was working for an armor manufacturer, and we did shoot demos. So we would put a level 2 vest, either a 2A or a 2 vest on a karate bob, and we'd step right up to the karate bob and we'd center punch him with all kinds of different handguns. And when you're doing an armor demo, you start with the toughest round to stop, and you work your way through to the easiest round to stop. And so we basically began with 5.7 by 28 millimeter, 357 SIG, 9 millimeter, 40 cal, 45, double op buck, and slug. And it was all center punched on the frontal panel without the trauma plate in place, because we wanted to make the point, because the trauma plate is a ballistic panel in and of itself, and it kind of helps dumb things down. So we would actually pull the trauma plate out just to show people that the vest standalone was capable of defeating these rounds. And guys, defeating the round means that there cannot be any back face penetration, and there can only be an acceptable level of back face deformation, which I forget what the number is at this point. I used to have all this stuff memorized, and it's gone out the window. It's used in the NIJ06 data. So anyways, the point is, let's go back to what I said previously. 5.7, 357 SIG, 9 mil. Did you notice how early in the list 9 millimeter jumped in? Why? Because 115 grain, jacketed hollow point, and or full metal jacket, jacketed hollow point or full metal jacket are both moving really, really fast. 124 grain 9 mil seems to be the standard with people these days. And it's because people like that thump of the 9 mil. Well, I don't like the thump of the 9 mil. I like the fast snap of 9 millimeter, but I'm also in it for the velocity of that round. Like I've said, I know what 9 millimeter will do to a vest. I know how to defeat body armor because I've been trained on how to defeat body armor, because I've been trained on how body armor is made. I've been trained on the strong points and the weaknesses of ballistic panels. There's a lot of data you have to consume and memorize when you do this type of work, and there are a lot of forms you have to sign. So don't think I'm going to disclose any of this stuff here on camera, because that ain't going to happen. But there's a lot of proprietary data that you have to memorize, and what would floor me was the ability of body armor to stop rounds, and yet it had an Achilles heel. And I knew what the Achilles heel was, and the Achilles heel was velocity. Any high velocity round hitting any ballistic panel from any manufacturer is going to cause the armor to do this on impact. And the more impacts you give that vest, the more it collapses in on itself trying to stop those rounds. That's why I choose 115 grain. If your mindset isn't killing, but your mindset is stopping of behavior, which is what my mindset is, then your mindset is more on velocity of the round and the efficacy of the round when it dumps its energy on target. That's what I'm after. Guys, this is not hyperbole. This is not me trying to use fuzzy words to soften what it is that I'm doing with firearms. Guys, I am 110% focused on stopping, not killing. Okay? I say this to all of my students, all of you out here that have ever trained with me, you've heard me say this. I would rather stop the behavior of a bad guy, and in hopes that they will survive the altercation, so that they will have the opportunity to come to the foot of the cross at some point in the future and repent of their behavior. But if my focus is to kill everybody, then I'm becoming an arbiter. I'm not God. My focus is that person is doing something that they should not be doing. They're harming someone, they're trying to kidnap someone, whatever the case may be. If I can feasibly take a shot on this person and hit them somewhere to stop their behavior, I will. I'm not looking to kill, I'm looking to stop. And 115 grain full metal jacket or 115 grain hollow point out of a handgun, out of a 9mm, is moving so stinking fast that it's fast and it's flat. It hits like a freight train, and especially in hollow point, it has far less chance of over penetration because there's just not that much mass to the bullet. It's dumping all of its energy very rapidly. I know that I've just opened up Pandora's box for a lot of yeah but arguments from people. Don't care. I'm telling you why I've chosen to do this and why you should consider it as well. That's pretty much it for today. As always, I thank you guys for watching. God bless you all. Get those guns out and practice. Have a good one.